Have you found the land you want to build your campground on? Well, if you don't already know, one of the first steps in building a campground is to find land where a campground complies with local zoning laws. And to find out if the land you want to build your park on complies with local zoning, we can usually find out online. But before we do that, my name is Michael Patterson. My amazing wife is Bonnie, and we are retired IT executives that spent our careers behind a desk. I sold my software company in 2018, and then learning about some land that came up for sale, my wife, daughters, and I decided to build a campground. We are sharing this amazing journey with all of you. Go ahead and click subscribe if you'd like to track our progress on this amazing adventure. So let's bring up your favorite search engine and search, in my case, on Sanford Maine zoning. Okay guys, brought up my search engine, which is DuckDuckGo. Basically uses Google, typed in Sanford Maine zoning and clicked for my results. And this is the zoning map. So I clicked to view the zoning map and it brought this up. Go over here and I can see that my pond is right there. And this is my land, my 100 and some odd acres. And so that's green. So let's go over here and zoom in on the right, and it's rural residential. Now we need to find out what rural residential means. So let's search on Sanford, Maine, rural residential zoning. All right, there's my search. And click down here for my results. And I found something here about rural residential, high quality rural residential environments, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'll click on that. Brings me up here. And I read through a lot of this, guys, and basically said, you know, I could do some outdoor machinery storage, equipment, materials, outdoor storage permitted in conjunction with child care center. No, I'm not doing that. Okay, I still have questions. So I decided to search on Sanford, Maine, Code Enforcement Officer. Okay, let's search on that. Click down here for my results. And let's see, code enforcement. I guess I'll give this guy a call. Actually, I ended up meeting with code enforcement, who told me that zoning did allow for a campground, but that doesn't mean that a campground will definitely get approved. This means I can give myself the go-ahead to purchase the land, or perhaps just put it under contract, subject to what you feel needs to be done for you to gain confidence in moving forward with the park. Now, once you have the land purchased or tied up in a contract, there is some significant research that needs to be done. So start lining up the contractors and get your checkbook out. For example, you may need to perform a land survey to make sure that you and your contractors know where the boundaries are. If there are wetlands, a vernal pool study needs to be done, and guess what? These must take place in early spring. So if you're in a hurry and you purchased in June, you may have to wait until the following April for your vernal pool study. So make sure you get in line. This is a whole additional video. In my case, the 100 acres we purchased is forested, and for this reason, an endangered species study had to be conducted. Make sure you contact the state forester about clearing the land, which, if there is wetlands or vernal pools, there will definitely be some significant setbacks from those bodies of water. Now, this is all just to get started. Guys, if you're finding this video informative, please give it a thumbs up. I know it's small, but it really helps a lot. Thanks. Okay, in future videos, we need to talk about campground designs, which I know you want to jump on right away, but the land studies must be completed first, or you are wasting your time. Tests on the soil and septic designs need to be performed. Meetings with the DEP and code enforcement are a good idea, as they will start getting calls from sensitive neighbors once you start cutting trees. And you want these contacts to be very aware of everything you're doing with the land, so that when neighbors call them, they can say, yes, I'm well aware. So this means you should send a letter to all the abutters of the land you purchased to let them know that you are the new owner of the land, and that if they have been putting trash, brush, or any other debris on your property, they should remove it. Once the survey is done, it might be a good idea to get a price to put up a fence, as this makes it very clear where the boundaries are to your campers and to your neighbors. Are you still excited to build a campground? If you want to learn more, click subscribe and tap the bell to learn alongside my family on what is involved with building a campground. In the next video, we'll talk about wetlands, vernal pools, and setbacks, which means you could end up with land you pay taxes on, but you can't use. But you know what? That's a glass of lemonade that is half full, because we're going to talk about how those wetlands can be a very positive thing for your campers. That's all I have for today, guys. And until next time, let's build a campground.